Hey, everybody, welcome back. Today we are talking about the lie that we come to believe that I'm better off alone.
Mm.
The temptation to isolate because of harm or hurt.
Mhm.
Hey, you ever catch yourself thinking, I don't need anyone? I've got this. But deep down, it feels heavy.
Mm.
I think after hurt or betrayal, maybe, this is an easy lie to believe.
Yep.
People cannot be trusted. So I'll keep my distance. Keeping my distance gives me the control. And if I can control it, it can be safe. This is a familiar thing for me. I'm a therapist for sure, but I am a survivor of abuse. And so even trusting others to come in after that kind of hurt and betrayal, many days it feels a lot safer
Mhm.
to control my surroundings.
And arguably, it was at a point. Like it
Right.
it actually did keep you from further harm, but now it keeps you from further connection with others.
That's right. And as therapists, like you're saying, we get why people go here.
Yeah.
If opening up led to pain once, or in some cases, maybe you're like me and you survived abuse, every time it led to pain,
Mhm.
why risk that again?
Yeah.
Isolation might keep you safe from rejection. It might keep you safe from harm, but it also cuts you off from the very thing that helps you heal, which is connection. And that's how we got to the place where Blake and I met, where we both needed recovery because I needed real connection and I was too scared to open myself up
Mhm.
to feel it. I would rather have kept myself safe in the ways that I numbed my pain.
Mhm.
Well, the unspoken belief that we come to believe out of that is that I would rather be lonely than heal this pain.
Yeah.
What does scripture say about that? Well, scripture says in Ecclesiastes 4:9-10, two are better than one. If either of them falls, one can help the other up.
Mm.
That should be plastered on our foreheads. Proverbs 18:1, whoever isolates himself seeks his own desire. He breaks out against all sound judgment. The key idea here is God's design for healing includes people. Not perfect ones, but present ones. That's really key.
Mm.
There aren't perfect people,
Yeah.
but present ones.
Yeah. I
That's
like
the
that.
real gift. Yeah.
I like that idea. And you mentioned it, I think our last session. This is like part of the foundation of why we created 3%.
Right.
In our experience in church growing up, in groups, in therapy, even. Not that any of those things are bad. We're still a part of all of them.
Yeah.
That even in our best, like we said, that we can be 97% honest with somebody. And it's that little extra bit that I got a lot of shame around, or a
Yeah.
lot of fear around that I'm going to keep to myself. And it's going to keep me cut off from you.
Right.
And then I'm going to be lonely. One of the things that we talk about often with our clients is that loneliness is not just the absence of somebody. It's not just like being physically by yourself, but I can be, if I am with you
Mm-hmm.
and I'm telling you what's going on, but I'm not sharing the whole truth,
Yes.
you feel lonely with me, but also there's this reality that I feel lonely with you because I don't get the chance to be fully seen and known by you, which is what not only heals us, but not to get into the nerdiness of it, but it actually rewires our brain. Like when we are
Yes.
fully seen and known by another person, the mirror neurons in our brain rewire to show us that that type of connection is actually safe and healing.
Hmm.
And so some reflection questions this week is, what relationship walls have you built out of fear instead of wisdom? And what does it even look like to give yourself compassion toward the walls that you have built out of fear? Because again, those walls have been built likely in your subconscious very strategically for your benefit in order to keep you safe.
Yeah. Restated, we could say, what walls have you built out of your story?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what does it look like to, with safe people, to let some of those walls down
Mm.
and to test the connection?
Mm.
It's not it's not weak to admit that you need the connection. It's human. That's why we came up with 3%. It's just a quick way to say, hey, I really need connection, and I'm afraid of it.
Yeah, and it's biblical based on what we're
Yep.
reading today.
Mm-hmm. So the shift is, what would it look like to let somebody in just a little bit? It's kind of a theme that we've been talking about in this series. Does it look like to let God into your doubts just a little bit? What does it look like to let a safe person in just a little bit into your loneliness?
Yeah.
So the challenge that we want you to take away this week is to take one relational risk.
Mm.
Just one. Start small. It could even start by a text saying, hey, I actually long for deeper connection in this friendship or in this relationship. I don't really know how to get there. I just know it's something I want. That feels a little vulnerable to admit, but I'm starting here. Just start there. A lot of times we can think that we're the only ones that are feeling the loneliness and the lack of connection, but it takes vulnerability, breeds vulnerability, and odds are there's somebody in your life that wants to know you.
Yeah.
And that wants to be known by you. So take one small risk, even if it's imperfect, toward moving toward connection.
Just because the risk is small, please don't hear us saying that we think that it's easy.
No.
Small risk is hard, but it's a risk worth taking.
Because the reward could be huge.